I don't know if it's because how we got Patrick Ewing. I don't know. I don't know if it's because of business. I'm going to quote the great Shiesty Stringer Bell from The Wire. They had a bad package. Bodie said, why are we putting that back out? He said, because they're going to buy 2 times more. The worse it is, the more they're going to buy. The worse the Knicks are, the more we're going to buy. The NBA is a conspiracy to keep my Knicks, our Knicks, to never get to the next level. If you watch all the Knicks games, even at home, we get no calls. We get nothing in our favor. We don't get superstar status. We don't get all-star status. We don't get any of that. And we literally have 2 all-stars. Last year, we had an all-star and an all-NBA third team. I watched players push Brunson around, run him over, hit him in his face. He don't get no calls. The NBA gave the Cleveland Cavaliers, please correct me if I'm wrong, 4 number 1 picks in a row. Am I bugging?
It felt like it. Bennett,
No.
Kyrie, a bunch of them.
They had maybe 4 years straight where they got the number 1 overall pick. I'm not begging for help. I don't ask for help because I'm a New Yorker. We get it out the mud. Y'all see our stars. We don't beg for help. We don't cry. We just play. But the NBA, they only favor certain teams. Lakers, Boston, Golden State. Now everybody loves the Joker. Luka literally gets away with carrying, walking. I've been saying this. Y'all can go on the timeline, however that thing works. How do you make that call? How do you attempt to make that call? There was no contact. And then when you look, the minimal contact is Holiday slightly kicking his leg out. And he used his off arm to create space. For one, Brunson had to contest that because Holiday went on like an 8-0 run by himself. He just caught on fire. So he was liable to make that shot. How do you make that call? Once again, if LeBron is going out there to contest that, if Kawhi, Steph Curry, whoever else, is that call made? Bro, we go into overtime. Why are the referees stealing the shine? We do not come to see y'all. We need new refs. I've been saying that. It's the same refs for the past 40 years. Big shout out to Rasheed Wallace, who tells it how it is. These guys are haters. They show favoritism, and we don't know what's going on. Are they cheating? Are they covering spreads? Because the Knicks covered the spread. But come on, man. We lost 4 in a row. That was a winnable game. I'm still mad with no Van Vliet. It shouldn't have been that close. But still, how do you make that call? I'm telling y'all right now, people keep saying when the Knicks is good, it's good for the NBA. If that's the case, why not keep us good? Why not? No. When the Knicks are bad, it drives up the revenue. Once again, I want to yell, I want to curse, but we have to respect the platform. Knicks Rehab. I'm very upset. And then what makes it worse? Holiday gets a lane violation. He tried to, miss the shot on purpose. They call a lane violation. Am I bugging? So
I don't even know what to call this.
You keep the .3. You keep the .3 on the clock. Tom Thibodeau was drawing up a play, and they cut the lights out and called the game, like as if it was a peewee game.
It's mad disrespectful.
Come on, man. You call that on our All-Star / MVP candidate? You already jerked him for not being an All-Star starter. Yo, bro, listen, man. This is why I keep telling y'all. Us fully healthy, nobody wants to see us. Y'all better pray. The NBA and Adam Silver, too, who disgust me. Rest in peace, my guy. Stern, the GOAT.
The guy who put an ice package in the lottery and knew where the money was at. The
You
big dog
understand?
money.
They forget
We
where
got
the
a
money is at. Right.
we got Knicks Rehab friend in the building, Mr. Flea. Mr. Flea.
What up?
Oh, we live.
Flea, what up, my brother?
What up? What up? What up?
You was in the bit. Hold on. You was in the building. Please,
I was.
please, your thoughts on even Houston fans. I want to get your perspective real quick. Forget Knicks fans. We super upset. What was the feeling in the building when that call was made?
I mean, the entire building was surprised that they even blew the whistle. You got to realize that game became an amazing game to watch. Whether you was watching it on TV, whether you was in the building, whoever, don't matter who was on the court. We down 3 or 4 starters. Houston is down some players too. That turned out to be a great game. And for it to end the way it did was a disservice to the fans. Like everybody in the gym. Everybody in the arena. It was just a bad way to end a great game. Right? We could get into all the other stuff. Oh, you can't call that on Jaylen Brunson and, them not calling, that violation at the end when he threw it off the backboard, the third shot. Like, there's a bunch of other stuff that we could talk about. But the bottom line is that was a good game. You allow that game to go into overtime, and however it falls out, whatever happens, happens. Whoever wins, wins. Like, you can't decide the game from the free throw line with no time left on the clock. That's just bad basketball. And my last point, I'll give it back to my brothers. It's not about complaining about the refereeing. It's about we complain about everything else in the NBA but that. There's a shining light on everything in the league but that. Why is it that is such a sensitive topic to address amongst the players union, amongst coaches, amongst NBA, the upper echelon? Fuck it, Adam Silver, excuse my language. Adam Silver. Why is that a conversation that is completely off limits when they're completely making a mockery of the game? They control the game when they're not the people that we're coming to see. We're not coming to see them. I should not know Ed Malloy's name, OG. I should not even know his name. Why do I know his name? I should not know Tony Brothers and Steve Javi and all of these Tom Donning.
Great point.
I should not know y'all names.
Great point.
Why?
Thank you. Please keep going, please.
So if Jaylen Brunson is in a position where he has to say next question every time somebody asks him about that, right? It's a nasty situation because that situation happens, game is over. They still human beings at the end of the day. So what you expect them to do? Not have no emotion tied to it. Go to the back, take a shower, have the meeting with your team, get dressed, and then a bunch of microphones is put in your face, and they're gonna ask you about that. So now, the real fans, us, the people that care, we want to know how you really feel. But you got to be in a position now to say, next question, great call. I don't have nothing to say because you don't want to lose no money. You don't want to lose no money. It's a nasty, secular cycle. I don't like this shit. Like,
hold on, Flea. Hold on, Fabian, before you go. Let me just say this. Because one thing on Knicks Rehab, big shout out my brother Flea, Dom, Uncle Weiss, Fabian, Kels, the whole crew, right? We try to be as thorough as possible. I got to give credit to Udoka in Houston. Dylan Brooks hit 4 big threes in the fourth quarter. And that young man that Precious was guarding was barbecue chicken on Precious. Lord have mercy, right? Now, let me just say this. Let me get that out the way. Big shout out to Houston because they didn't have Van Vliet. Fleet, great point. But let me ask y'all this. Look at the catch-22. Look at the entrapment. You can't criticize the refs even when they make a mistake and you get fined. Are you kidding me? Hold on, Fleet. Listen to what I'm saying. It's clearly wrong. You criticize them. Like you said, we're human. You get a heavy fine, and then the next day they come out and say, I shouldn't have made that call. Do we get our money back?
Where's the balance? There's literally no balance. The NBA empowers the referees. Let's keep it a buck. They empower the referees to make bad calls, do what they want to do, have control of the game, be a participant in the show. Because, yeah, NBA is part entertainment. So now they become part of the show. Again, I really shouldn't know none of these referees' names. Y'all are not a part of the basketball game. I'm not coming to see y'all. I don't turn the TV on. I don't spend my money to get a ticket. I don't do none of that to see the dudes in the gray shirt. I don't really care. I don't really care. But
Fabian, yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on.
No. Go ahead, fellas.
Fabian, before you go, I'm gonna just say this. I'm tired of watching our superstar get knocked around. I'm tired of it. I watched Dillon Brooks clearly not get caught for offensive foul. When you show the replay, he clearly pushes Brunson out the way. Every time I look, our guys on the floor, he's not a flopper. He don't flop. He's always getting thrown on the floor. He's always going for the layups. He knows how to work his way around the rim, but he's always ending up on the floor. And when you watch replays, he's getting smacked in the face. He's getting pushed. He's getting bumped, and he's getting no calls.
That affected him all first half of that game. It looked like Dillon Brooks had him in hell. If the naked eye watched the first half of that game, it looked like, wow, Dillon Brooks played some really good defense on Jaylen Brunson, and that rattled him. The second half, it was like, you can't guard me. I'm going to kill you now. Like, you can't guard me. I'm going to kill you now. And you can start seeing Jaylen Brunson playing through the contact. Because Dillon Brooks was it wasn't good defense.
He was being Dillon Brooks. He was being Dillon Brooks.
What'd you say?
He was being Dillon Brooks.
Yeah, thank you, Fabian. You see, I was trying to find the right words. I'm getting better with being nicer and not using these 4-letter words. But like it.
Hold on. They all super chats. There's memberships where we could turn this into free, uncut, raw, uncut. That's what we need from y'all because this is what we put this out here for. Go ahead, AllBall.
No, I'm gonna just say this before I let you go. They tried to sabotage Dillon Brooks. All I'm gonna say is this, Flea. I love how he played the game. I love it. And they tried to make it seem like that man didn't know how to play and as if he couldn't play. That man hit 4 big threes, and in the first half, he definitely was in our superstar's head. My whole thing is this in anything in life. As long as you ain't put nobody in harm's way or really disrespecting nobody, if you can get away with a little chip shot, hey, you get away with it. That's sports. So I just want to say they tried to sabotage that man, and you can't tell me right now Memphis can't use him. That's all I'm going to say.
Memphis is on a 9-game losing streak. People are coming into that arena whooping their ass. They are walking in there with no issues. Now, granted, they are down a ton of players, but if Dillon Brooks is there, not a world beater, is not changing things, but I promise you, people are not walking in the gym just doing whatever they want to do. They walk into Memphis like, oh, this is we about to eat on them. Come on. They had a different level of respect when people were walking in the gym. Obviously, Ja was on the floor, but Dillon Brooks was on the floor, and you know you're gonna get 110% from him.